So, thinking about it, that was the weirdest Aladdin parody ever. I mean...
I can show you the world, or Josie at least, apparently.
Or I can show you the world, or Jersey.
Not all that shining, shimmering, splendid, from what I'm told.
No. None of those things in that. So this is same old world. I'm
so happy we have a Lapis-focused episode that isn't 100% suffering. There's a little bit of suffering because it's Lapis, but, there's all this stuff like Lapis getting introduced to leaves. It's just so nice.
It's lovely. Okay, so going over what actually happens in this episode. So it starts with Peridot telling the gems about their journey to stop the cluster, but Steven is distracted by checking up on Lapis to see if she's awake yet. She's not, but she does awaken in the night, and right before she ends up leaving, she tells Steven that she's going to go back to her homeworld, but that doesn't actually end up happening because she realizes that she kind of can't. She's just lamenting her inability to go back. She's also a traitor, I guess. Is that true? I'm not sure. Did anyone still care? More or less
it's a mix of the fact that, according to her backstory, she was mistaken for a traitor in the past, and also the fact that she stopped Jasper from bringing other traitors.
Yeah. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if, no one even noticed or cared. Who's this? I don't know, it's a Lapis. Huh.
Poor Lapis.
So, Steven and Lapis kind of fly across the country to try to find a home for her, going through a forest, going to Empire City.
I wonder what city that's like.
What was that amazing description of it?
I can't remember. I mainly remember Steven bitching about all the smog.
Yeah.
And saying that it'd be a great place for Lapis to live because everyone here hates Earth too.
No, that was when they went to Jersey.
Oh, fair enough.
Which was the best part of the episode. First of all, I love it how it's just called, it's not even New Jersey, it's just Jersey. Something about that's really funny to me. I think because no one cares that there's a New Jersey. It's just, Jersey. It does not deserve to be called new.
Honest to God, my familiarity with American geography is really low. I'm sure I've heard of Jersey, but I always assumed it was a shorthand way of referring to New Jersey, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
But I just love that whole thing. The best line of the episode. You'd like it here in Jersey. The people here seem to hate the Earth, too. It's funny because it's true.
Steven, you precious child. He's so cheerful about it, too. It's like, yeah, just casually painting the Earth over here.
So after that long trip, they fly above the ocean and eventually find the galaxy warp. Which, when they land there, the Lapis end up reminisces about how she became trapped in the mirror in the first place. She was caught up in the war as it happened and was captured and presumed to be a crystal gem when she wasn't, and afterwards, and she was eventually found by Pearl. They head back, and Steven convinces her that the Earth might not be such a bad place to stay, and she decides to stay at the barn. But then Peridot is also living there now, and things get wacky and complicated.
Time for an awkward roommate sitcom.
This is the weirdest episode 3's Company ever.
But I do love the whole sequence where they're flying around with Lapis. Just the whole sequence of autumn leaves was really, really pretty.
Yeah.
And it was really lovely to see Lapis' face when she's just becoming familiar with the concept of leaves.
Yeah. I love Steven's suggestion for living in a forest. You could build a nest and have squirrel pets. Yes.
Squirrels are psychopaths, just so you know. They may look tiny and cute and fluffy, they are murderers.
Literally.
I mean, grey squirrels in particular, obviously, but in general, they're unstoppable.
Yes. They could have stopped the homeworld invasion.
Probably. I do find it interesting that it really doesn't seem to have been much in the way of organic matter on Homeworld that gems have encountered before. Just even leaves are a new concept for it, and it's so cute and so sad at the same time.
Yes, it is. Like, most of the episode was just very, very cute.
Cute and sad. Yeah. Because Lapis. Oh yeah, and then we get Lapis' backstory a little bit.
A little bit.
Like, it's still unclear about what her job in Gem Society was, but it's,
It almost sounded like she was vacationing there.
Well, yeah, vacation on Earth is what it sounds like. She was just meant to have a peek, and then war happened.
Yeah.
And she got,
I do love how, I love how dark that is. She just have a happy little time, and then war happened.
Yeah, does that thing where it kind of ruins people's lives, that war thing. And she gets mistaken for a rebel gem, which, from the looks of the flashback battle, again, it looks like there were a lot of gems fighting on both sides. Yeah. It sounds like a lot of gems joined the rebellion.
Presumably so.
And she gets, what she describes is as being functionally captured and tortured for information by her own side. Yeah. Information that she can't give them and can't tell them that she can't give them. Because they stuck her in a friggin' mirror. Because that's totally a sensible way to get information out of people, is turn them into a mirror.
Actually thinking about it, considering how they tried to do a sort of a Latin reference, and considering she was stuck in a mirror, I'm surprised they didn't try, a sort of Snow White reference. I don't know, maybe that would just be too obvious.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, where is the rebel base?
Yes. Basically just combined Snow White with, the Empire from Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, at some point I desperately want a Homeworld gem to address the crystal gems as you rebel scum.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
I just desperately want that.
So, there's a few other things to go over a bit. I wrote notes.
Yay.
So, first of all, Peridot's storytelling at the beginning was amazing.
She's so enthusiastic.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, but I also like that. She was enthusiastic, but she was also pretending to be way cooler than she actually was.
Yeah.
She pretended she did all the cool stuff, and Steven just had feelings.
Well, yeah. Cool, trippy-ass feelings.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. But maybe it was just me, but it seemed like, particularly because Lapis was in this episode, it seemed like the art style was a little different from usual. Just a little bit. Mainly on Lapis. He seemed a lot more, I'm not sure how to put it.
It's particularly during the flashback there was a definite art shift.
Well, that too, but just throughout the whole episode, he seemed a lot more, I don't know, it almost seemed like she just seemed a bit less taller somehow. It seemed almost like, I don't know, it's weird.
I don't really know.
Oh, there was a great moment where he was calling for Lion, who disappeared for the 50th time. Where does he go? The whole thing with the steak? Oh no, I dropped it. It fell out of existence.
I wonder where did Lion go?
I don't know. Probably somewhere just anticlimactic,
He found a box somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, he'll find a box.
And instead he finds Lapis sitting on a roof. Poor baby.
Steven and Lapis
I also
are
have to say, I love both Steven's little caterpillar sleeping bag and his hot dog bag.
Yes.
Those are both wonderful, wonderful things, and I'm glad he owns them.
Yes.
In the great tradition of, the of the hamburger backpack.
Honestly, the main thing I got out of this is that Steven and Lapis are the most adorable friends.
Steven is such a sweetheart. He just wants all his spacewalk friends to be happy on it.
I do find it, it's pretty obvious that Lapis, just immediately appreciated Steven because she was just trapped in a mirror for forever. It's like, just like literally any friend is like the best friend ever.
Well, yeah, anyone who wasn't, trying to get information out of her.
And Steven treats everyone like that anyways, so they're a perfect fit.
He's a lovely child. And, yeah, I just feel so sorry for the poor baby, because she clearly wants to go home so much, but she literally cannot.
No.
Both because it's probably a long damn way to fly, and also because she kind of got mistaken for a rebel. But she's also, just the look on her face when she says that, she wanted to see Earth, but she'd barely seen any of it, for all the time that she spent on it.
Yeah, that is true.
Hey. Also, just, when she sees the warp portal and she starts PTSDing, and it's like, oh, don't drop Steven in the ocean, please.
Yeah.
Please don't.
I'm kind of interested where they're going with Lapis. I do think it's very odd that she's not, like, she's been very, how do I put this, she hasn't made any mention of the fact about the actual crystal gems, even though she was very angry at them at first. So I'm not sure if she just straight up forgave them already, or if, like, they just haven't
She might just
anything.
be trying to avoid the topic because she knows how much they mean to Steven, and she doesn't want to shit-talk them, but at the same time, she's pissed.
That might be true.
Oh, I just remember from looking through my notes. I can't remember the exact phrasing of Steven talking about living in the city, but he's like, you can live in a cute apartment with a wacky roommate and have, hijinks and stuff.
Yeah,
and my only note is, we need to show Steven some better TV shows.
Yes. That was really funny. What was that line like? I wish I could remember the exact line. Because it was so accurate. So I think it was like something about being like a waitress making your way through the city. Yeah, a single gem.
I would say I would expect people to notice a blue waitress, but there was a dude who just threw a shoe at her or something for flying. So, I don't know. I've never lived in Jersey. Maybe that's normal.
Yeah, it might as well be. Pretty sure people in Jersey just throw their shoes at planes all the time.
I am gonna take your word for that.
Good, because I know exactly what I'm talking about. One last thing. I do find it pretty amusing that literally the previous episode was about preventing the end of the world. And this episode ends with, basically two characters being like, wait, you live here? I'm supposed to live here. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, it's basically, oh god, Peridot and Lapis fighting over whose homeworld it is now.
They're gonna fight over a barn. That's the best part. So we gone from saving the world to Peridot and Lapis fighting over a barn.
Yeah, there's your awkward roommate subplot.
Wow, Steven kinda called it then.
Yeah.
Peridot is the wacky roommate.
I was just like, I think it's sweet that Peridot wants to keep the barn and look after it, and then it's like, oh, and she and Lapis both want to stay on Earth, and with the whole planet Earth, Lapis may or may not be staying in the same barn as Peridot. And that will be interesting.
I mean, it'd be funny because there's supposed to be a ship coming for Peridot. So it'd be funny if, you have, you split the screen and, one half is just this wacky subplot, and the other one is just this ominous ship slowly going through space.
Yellow Diamond ominousing at all of them. Because Yellow Diamond has a face for being ominous. Yeah, I do wonder how Peridot's gonna react, not Peridot, Lapis will react to the fact that Yellow Diamond may or may not be coming to kill them all.
Yeah. I'll also say I'm relieved, but I'm still suspicious about the fact that both Lapis and Peridot are suddenly, good. On the side of good, because...
Well, I mean, Lapis...
I fear for Lapis.
Yeah, I'm worried for Lapis because her life is suffering and I don't want it to be. But, Lapis was never really bad. She's just spent a lot of time being hurt and frightened and in harm's way. Whereas, yeah, I would like to see her getting to a place where she's a bit less afraid of getting hurt again. Because that's what makes her lash out and do shit. Whereas Peridot is kind of starting to win some self-confidence with, her general existence in the world. But, yeah, I wonder if that's all going to go out the window as soon as Yellow Diamond is actually on the scene.
Yeah, that might be.
And I feel like they're going to hate each other. Like, to be fair, although it would be cute to see them bonding over, mutual hatred of having to deal with Jasper.
That'd be awesome.
That feels like their main point in common right now. And also Peridot has taken very strongly to Earth, and Lapis seems interested in it, but still seems attached to the idea of going back to Homeworld.
Yeah.
So I wonder where that dynamic's going to go.
I'm not sure we have anything else to say about this.
There isn't a huge amount else. It's nice seeing the Lapis backstory. I did see someone on Tumblr suggesting that the gem that destroyed Lapis was probably a bismuth, based on the faint shape you could see on her chest and the colours in its hair.
Huh.
But, yeah, beyond that, there kind of isn't much to say except looking forward to seeing where this will go.
Yep, that's all there is.
That's all I got at this time.
Farewell, goodbye.
So long, farewell.